Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is still a Health Tuesday, and now we have to focus our eyes on piles. Now, it isn't a one-size-fits-all conditions. They can range from mildly uncomfortable to seriously disruptive in your life. But understanding the stages of severity is crucial to knowing when to manage it at home and when to actually reach out and seek help, professional help at that. And today we're joined by one of our professionals, Dr. Tanya Khan, to break down the different phases of hemorrhoids. What each one of them feels like and how to take the action early. And we have to get into this conversation because shame should not be part of it. So, Doc, thank you and welcome to the couch.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay. So from a medical point of view in particular, how are hemorrhoids or piles categorized?
Okay, so I think very importantly first is just what are hemorrhoids?
Right.
And there's a lot of confusion about it. And a lot of people don't know it's actually part of your natural anatomy. So what hemorrhoids or piles, which are they more commonly known as, they're actually natural cushions of tissues and veins that occur at the junction between the rectum and the anus. So in the anal canal. So almost a bit of a taboo topic, but you won't believe how common it is.
Right.
GPs see it every day. I see it most days. But as I said, they're natural tissues that occur in the anal canal. So we all have them, and they actually serve a purpose. They help you with continence, and they actually become smaller when you need to have a bowel action.
Okay.
So they need to be there. We need them. The problem comes in when they enlarge and they prolapse and they cause symptoms. So as you ask, various grades of hemorrhoids, and I think they are important because the treatments are also different. So if we start with a graded 1 to 4, grade 1 hemorrhoids are just slightly enlarged cushions, but they stay within the anal canal. Grade 2 are also slightly enlarged hemorrhoids. They can prolapse out the anus, but they retract on their own.
Okay.
And then grade 3 hemorrhoids are slightly larger. They protract and they actually have to be manually put back in. And then finally, grade 4, which are your worst hemorrhoids, they are really large hemorrhoids that prolapse and they stay out of the anus. And those definitely need medical attention. Yeah.
When you say stay out, you can still get them put back in, even if they're grade 4?
Yeah, no, so grade 4 actually do need surgical attention.
Surgical
which I think we'll touch on in a
Yes,
bit,
absolutely. Okay, so hemorrhoids also can get worse over time, right? Especially if they remain untreated. So how does it progress typically?
So actually, as I said, most people have hemorrhoids. So again, I'm going to reiterate, it's a common condition. 1 in 2 adults will experience it somewhere during their lifetime. And I think it's important, it shouldn't be a taboo topic. It's common, it's something we should talk about, and it's something you should seek medical attention for. So grade 1 hemorrhoids or your smaller hemorrhoids, they can go unnoticed for most people. Sometimes what you'll find is that they prolapse out, you'll feel a little swelling, and it can go back in.
Okay.
Sometimes, again, as you get towards the grade 3 and 4, you'll get quite a larger swelling or prolapse. We call them prolapsed piles. And then these also can become more painful. Most common symptoms with piles, which a lot of people experience, is bleeding. So you'll get fresh red blood on wiping, and it's usually painless. It can be painful though. So pain we mentioned, you can get some discomfort, you can get also just irritation in the area. And then sometimes also just to be aware of, so if the hemorrhoid, sometimes you can develop a clot in the hemorrhoid. That becomes very painful and that needs quite urgent attention.
Yes, I can imagine so.
So as I said, they can stay asymptomatic or they can progress with time to those stages.
Which is what I need to find out, because when do you know when you need intervention? When can it just take care of itself at home or get some topical treatment, or you actually need to go to see a doctor?
So look, the majority of hemorrhoids definitely are what we call benign. They're very mild. They'll present with maybe, a few episodes of bright bleeding. A little bit of discomfort, and for those ones there's topical over-the-counter treatment that you can get. They're ointments, they're creams, sometimes even suppositories are prescribed, and then just general measures which I think are important. So piles, there's no predicting who will get piles, but definitely we do know there are certain causes or factors that can lead to them. So importantly, constipation, hard stools, straining, those are things you want to avoid.
I've heard pregnancy as well, when you're pushing.
Yes. So pregnant women are at increased risk of developing hemorrhoids, and then also just with general age, the tissue, becomes lax and you get them. So as I was saying, important general measures, lifestyle measures that you can do. Avoid constipation, avoid straining. So increase fiber in your diet, increase water, simple things like exercise help with constipation. And then if you need a little help, there are simple laxatives that you can get over the counter. So avoiding constipation and straining. And then if they become more problematic, so I think really everyone, if you experience new or worsening rectal bleeding, that actually should be checked out, because there are things that are more sinister that you want to exclude.
Yeah.
And actually on that note, I'm going to mention, because a lot of people don't know that, there are these screening colonoscopies. A lot of people don't know that everyone actually should be having a colonoscopy at the age of 45.
Yeah.
Like you do your screening pap smears and mammograms, and men go for their prostate checks.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a colonoscopy at 45, and we're just trying to prevent pickup lesions early on. So as I said, anyone with new bleeding or worsening bleeding, get it checked out by your doctor or specialist. And if you have severe pain that's preventing you from urinating or actually passing a bowel action, you definitely need to see a doctor. Those are the main ones. Really severe discomfort, fevers also if they become infected. And as I said, worse, a large swelling that cannot be retracted,
Well, Doc, I have to say thank you on behalf of the 1 out of 2 people that would get piles in their lifetime. That statistic really has blown my mind, but it just really shows that this conversation should be normalized, and help is definitely there if you do need it as well. So we appreciate you, coming through on this Health Tuesday. And listen, Mzansi, whether you're noticing the first signs or even dealing with something a little bit more advanced down the line, your pharmacist or doctor can definitely guide you. And ADCOCK is here to support you with gentle relief at any stage and every stage. Now you stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash. So simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and share one lifestyle and or dietary change that can actually help prevent hemorrhoids. You got a few tips now from the doc, so make sure that you enter, and don't forget to use that qualifying hashtag ADCOCK. Now the competition does close this Sunday, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Doc, thank you once again, and we hope to see you soon with some more great expert advice.
I'd love that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
New ADCOCK, the fast-acting gel for pile symptom relief. Reduces inflammation, relieves pain, soothes itch. Ask for ADCOCK gel. New from ADCOCK INGRAM, on-the-go convenience.
Only you can make